was needed to take him to the hospital in Charleston. The doctors who treated him at USC said it was pretty miraculous.
I was just texting you, Abby. I was just texting you. Girl, the Subway, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. You know it was Subway. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. All this talk about Subway had me wanting the Subway sandwich, girl. You know, they was doing all this talking about the Subway. Had me wanting a Subway sandwich. What's up, Dommy? How you doing, boo? Yes, baby. Had me wanting a Subway sandwich. Let me get myself adjusted here. Y'all, this chain keep getting bigger and bigger. Anyway, it is what it is. Thanks, Cola. You said, hey, Cola, you know exactly where I was, don't you? You know exactly where I was. I thought about that. I said, am I showing too much of my neighborhood? But you live down the street from me, so I know you know where that was. Where I was. Shouts out to Jaded Nerd. He went to Subway. He went live to Subway earlier talking about this is how you go to Subway. This is how you order a Subway sandwich. And so first of all, it made me want Subway. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to piggyback on that. And I'm going to show people how the hell you order a damn Hey, Castro. I said, how the hell you order a Subway sandwich? Hold on. So what y'all doing? Did y'all see this morning where she tried? I guess I'm gonna call it. Me and Jada Nerd called it her backpedaling. Her BPPP video this morning where she tried to come on all nice and calm and try to talk about the fact that and here's the thing that was crazy. She was saying, if I wasn't yelling so much, y'all could have heard him disrespecting me. The whole time I was talking, he was in the background disrespecting me. If I wasn't yelling so much, then that should have been your cue to shut the heck up. Like, maybe people, well, what you did still was unnecessary. But maybe people would have a little bit more sympathy for you if they heard him cussing you out and being disrespectful to you. Maybe. But here's the thing. Exactly. That's all you need to see, Ebony, because that thing this morning wasn't nothing but a little bit of trying to damage control. She was caught up in that moment yesterday trying to go viral, honey. And then, because I was reading some of her comments last night, and people were making comments about, you know, her job and hoping that the wrong people don't see this video and stuff like that. So I said, she done calmed her little butt down. And she probably done read some of these comments and thought, wait a minute, hold on, let me chill out a little bit. Because, I mean, here's the reality of the situation. I honestly, I'm not going to say I don't care because, no, you shouldn't be disrespected. But I'm pretty certain I know how that scenario went. I'm pretty certain I understand how that scenario went. And in the scenario in my head, you were rude to that boy first. Young man, I should call him a boy. You were rude. Hey, Wonder Kitten. Okay, hey. You were rude to that young man first. There's no doubt in my mind that you were rude to that young man first. You know what I'm saying? And exactly, who the hell gets the police called on them over a sandwich? Like, ma'am, I ain't never over a because he wouldn't press the sandwich down with his hand. He wanted to use the knife. Ma'am. And anybody who has ever worked in customer service has had experiences. I'm not going to say that we've all had the same experience, but has had experiences. You know what I'm saying? With customer service. When I was in college, I worked at Walmart. Honey, I had somebody go to my manager one day. It was a Saturday. I was tired. And because I was a cashier, and because I was a fast cashier, I was fast. You know what I mean? I'd be like, blip, 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 blip. Because I was cash, in cash. Because I was fast, people would get in my line. And I would always get the people that had, it's Sunday at Walmart, and this was in the country. Abby, you know what I'm talking about. And we were down in the Dami, you know too, because you down in North Carolina. And where my Walmart was that I worked at was right near the city limits. So it was still Greensboro proper, but it was right on the edge. So we would get people that came from like all the little, anyway, they were coming through Walmart doing their shopping for the year, I felt like. And so somebody actually went to my manager one time and complained and said, she's not smiling enough. Was that in my job description? That when I ring you up, I got to smile? I was polite. I handed you your money. I made chit chat with you. What is that I had to smile? Child. Now, at the time I was 19, 20. I didn't see it the same way I see it as an adult now. As an adult, I see it, that whole smile for me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Q and stars, my world. Baby, if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. But hey, how you doing? Yeah, she talked about that boy's mama. And you heard him in the background saying, don't talk about my mother. Don't talk about something. How these people raising these children these days? How did your mama raise you? Like acting a fool. Like, how were you raised? How about that? Exactly, Ebony. Exactly. Mind you, I had rung that woman up. She came through my line. I rung her up. And like, she had to go out of her way to go complain about me. Like, it wasn't like she just happened to run into. No, you had to go find that woman to go complain. I was like, if you don't go sit your ass down. Baby, I used to work at Babies R Us. I was a cashier a couple of places. I worked at Babies R Us. This was before it was Baby Superstore. No, it was Baby Superstore before it was Babies R Us. I worked there when it was still Baby Superstore. And then Toys R Us bought it out and made it Babies R Us. Honey, one day this lady threw her money at me. I threw her change back. And my manager was standing there, and I know he wanted to say something to me, but I gave him this look like, I dare you. I double dog dare you. She threw her damn money at me, so I threw her change back at her. What the hell? The hell is wrong with you? Hey, Shay. Queen Stars. Hey, boo. Okay, Queen Stars. Thank you for help. Thank you for helping the old lady out here. I had a lady complain. She said I was too friendly with her husband. Child, Dami. See what I'm saying? So I get it. I've been, and I really try before I complain, before I, make an issue out of something. I really do think about those days when I was on the other side of the counter. Sometimes you have to complain, but you don't never have to do what she did. You never have to do what she did. Then your ass decided you were going to sit in the subway until your phone, she said, my phone is on 20%. I'm going to sit here until my phone die. Why? Like, for what purpose? All she was trying to do, y'all, was to create a viral moment. Well, I don't know if she made a viral moment, but you certainly made a moment, and I hope you're enjoying it, boo. Okay, y'all. Okay, because Wonder Kitten said what's going on with her and Regina, her sponsor. I see Regina in a lot of people's chat, and it's funny because I see Regina in people's chat that Nicole doesn't get along with, and she's mods in a lot of people's chat. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough. I don't watch Nicole Tyler. Like, I'm not subscribed to her. The only time I see anything she does is when somebody says, "Did you see that Nicole Tyler video?" And then I'll go look at it. I'm not subscribed to her, and I really don't watch her like that. Hey, Miss Academy. Yeah, Miss Academy, how you doing, boo? So I honestly. Yeah, I've seen her in Five Babes chat. Exactly. And I've even heard Five Babe shout her out a couple of times. So I don't know. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that feel like you can't be in more than one person's chat, and you can't be in people's chat that don't get along. Like, I don't have no dog in those fights. So I'm not one of those people that feel like, oh, you can't, oh my goodness, you can't be in that person's chat. You can't be in that person's chat. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. Sorry. I was trying to invite somebody to come on to the live. Hey, Spilly boy. Hey, boo. Yes, she is. I feel the same way. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see her in a lot of different chats. And she's mods. Like, I know she's a mod for Wally. She's a mod for Nicole Tyler. I've seen her in Five Babes chat. I've seen her in Jay Wilson's chat. And again, I'm not saying you can't, but I feel like when you modding for people, and also at one point in time, she was a sponsor for Nicole Tyler, correct? So I feel like that's a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a different level when you repping like that. But again, you're gonna hump me. Oh, okay. Are you good at it? I guess it depends on how close you ride with certain people. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, Shay. Like, Shay, I see you in a lot of people's chat. I don't feel no kind of way about it. I don't feel like you are disloyal to anybody or anything like that, because I see how I see you in a lot of people's chat. But a sponsor, like a commercial, you know what I mean? Like somebody pays for advertising. Like at one point in time, Regina's hair salon was a sponsor, right? She was like an advertiser or something like that. Yes, they need to, Spiller Boy. I saw you earlier today giving out your mornings. So you are good at it? Okay, well, I mean, if you think you can hunt me good, okay. I mean, you good at it, boo? Okay, well, okay. I hope you enjoy humping the air. All right. Did you see that Nicole had her work badge? Yes, I saw that in the video too, and I was thinking to myself, that might be a problem. Because if anybody really want to get jiggy with it and do some CSI and crop the picture and zoom in, you can clearly see her work badge. And as long as she was on that daggone live, hey, January, as long as she was on that daggone live, anybody could dox. And I don't even lie. I shouldn't have said that out loud. I really shouldn't. Because I feel like that word is getting overused at this point. But anybody could get that information. Like they already know where she lives. You know what I mean? Nicole could use her sponsor. She need another kind of sponsor. She need the kind of sponsor that meets in church basements with stale coffee and donuts. That's the kind of sponsor she needs. Okay? Because something ain't right. Hey, Thick Madam 730. Something ain't right. But yes, honey, I went and got me a good old, as Jay Wilson would say, a good old nasty Subway sandwich for dinner, honey. And I didn't have no problems. That young man was very polite to me. Matter of fact, he even told me, I asked him about the chicken brisket. I said, is it good? He said, no. I said, well, thank you. He said, I ain't even going to lie to you. I said, well, I don't want you to lie to me, sweetheart. Thank you for letting me know. He said, it's not that bad. It's just not worth the money. I said, I know that's right. He said, I don't think it's worth $10. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I won't be getting that. Well, I already knew I was getting me a roast beef when I went in there. But for future reference. Okay, cool. He was very polite. I even tipped him on my way out. I even gave him a little tip, put a little something in the tip jar for him. He was very polite. I like who I like, but I honestly see this as the streaming service provided by YouTube. It's like Netflix with a level of reality. I know that's right, Shay. I hear you, boo. And the live is still up. Yeah, she's proud of what she did. She because she was trying to create a moment, Ebony. Just the sad thing is that I don't think it's doing what she thought it was going to do for her. Like I don't know what she thought. Y'all, look, I'm laughing because hold on. I was looking at her comments last night. Spiller Boy, I meant to text these screenshots to you, and I forgot. Honey, let me read y'all I'm just gonna read y'all two of the screenshots that somebody said because I thought the shit was hilarious. Somebody wrote, I think you should be more concerned about your hair part not pressing down. Just something to think about. Choose your battles wisely. Who said I think you need to worry about your part not laying down? No, we don't have Zaxby's up here. I mean, I know it's in North Carolina, but you know what's funny? I've never been to Zaxby's. In all the years I've lived in North Carolina and even visited and stuff like that, I have never eaten at Zaxby's. Now, it's funny because when I was down there last summer, I actually thought about going and then I ended up going somewhere else. Here go another one, y'all. It says, calm down, sis. You making your wig angry. Whoo, y'all. I really meant to send those to you last night, Spilly Boy. Oh, they were funny to me. When I saw that, hold on, y'all. I'm turning on my thing. She even made a part. Yeah, she made a part 2. But in the part 2, she was sort of trying to hashtag BPPP. I feel like trying to explain why she did what she did and trying to I guess convince herself, because she can't convince me that she was justified. She was talking about using her car as a weapon. She was threatening, talking about, is that his girlfriend? I'm ready for it. I get her too. No, ma'am, go sit down. Ma'am, go sit down. You do not want that smoke from that young girl. Ma'am, go sit down. Ma'am. Truth be told, you probably don't want the smoke from his mama, because if he's as young as you says he was, I really didn't pay that much attention when you zoomed in on him. But if he's as young as you said he was, his mama probably 20 years younger than you too. So you really didn't want that smoke either, ma'am. Yes, honey. Yes, y'all. The chat comments, the chat section, the comment section was hilarious. Ebony, that's a good point. Do we think she did it on purpose to distract from anyone investigating her involvement with the child porn situation? Now that could be valid. Nicole Tyler, Dami. I don't know if you know who Nicole Tyler is, but Nicole Tyler, child. Yeah, she really got a little, and again, like Spiller Boy said, he did a live Sunday about it and was like, what's really good? Like, what's really going on with Nicole Tyler? Like, because she's really out of control. Because, she spent the whole weekend ranting and raving about him and Phi Babe and whoever else. And she even dropped his name yesterday. And I'm thinking, she said, let me tell y'all what I knew, that she was obsessed with James. I think low-key she wanted James to teach her how to do her makeup or something. I don't know. Because she was like, Friday night, when she did her live Friday night, she said, it's my son's birthday. And we were out. We were out to dinner with my son. And I couldn't even enjoy my son's birthday because I was thinking about him. You mean to tell me that a man you've never met, that lives hundreds of miles away from you, was on your mind so much that you couldn't enjoy your own son's birthday? You got a problem. You have a problem, ma'am. I hope he fixed her mug. He'll snatch that with. Well, I don't suggest her ever getting within arm's reach of him. I don't suggest that. I don't suggest. Over a $9 Subway sandwich, huh? I legit don't know what was her issue until I listened to Spiller Boy. Child. Don't nobody know what her issue was. That woman she's just special. Yeah, it's clearly something about, like, real talk, y'all. It's clearly something about James. I don't know what it is. It's clearly the Mariah song, the great Mariah comes to my head. Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. I'm like, I don't know what it is. But she spent damn near 72 hours ranting and raving about James and Phi Babe, Jay Wilson. Like, really? What's good? So anyway, honey. Woo! Yes, mother. Yes. Yes. Woo, honey. I don't even need to say it out loud. It's on the screen. Absolutely. Absolutely it is, honey. Absolutely. Well, anyway, y'all. Let's go on and get into these other hashtags. Look, y'all, okay, before we move on to talk about Greenleaf, maybe talk about a little bit of TV. Did y'all see, right before I got on here, I didn't want to make it a hashtag, but did y'all see what that woman who put up, she mad that Milan is finer than her on her best day. Look, that's what Jay Wilson said over to his channel on his live earlier today. That's what Jay Wilson said. Jay Wilson said that Milan, that Nicole on her best day don't look better than Milan on her worst, and I must agree. So, I'm sorry. I started thinking about stupid Jay Wilson dumb tail talking about she need to be asking Milan for some makeup and hair tutorials, but I don't disagree with that either. Yes, Z. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. So, did y'all see where that woman who put up bail for R. Kelly want her money back down, and the judge was like, "Yeah, no, you're not getting your money back." That $100,000 that she put up for R. Kelly, because now that he's been indicted on federal charges, you know, his bail has been revoked anyway because he was indicted on federal charges. Now, I don't know if, because I don't pretend to act like I went to nobody's law school. Hey, Shauna D, I don't know if she has to wait for all of his court cases to be resolved before she gets her money back, or what, because she shouldn't forfeit her money because he didn't flee or anything. Like, he's in custody. But now he's just in custody in another jurisdiction. So I'm wondering if they don't refund the money for bail until everything with that case has been resolved. Anybody who's, you know, a lawyer or know about that? Because she went to court asking for that money back, but the judge was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I think she's jealous of his talent, just like when she found out Fabe could actually sing. She went ballistic trying to prove she was a better singer. Yeah, I think that might be part of it. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. She just don't like James because she wanted him to go back and forth with her a long time ago. Yeah, and if anybody pays attention, not to speak for Mother, but Mother will pop you good, you know, one good time. But for the most part, all that, you know, he gonna give it to you, but, you know, you're not going to make no coin. You're not going to continue to make a coin off of him. Like, he damn sure not going to do, no disrespect to Jay Wilson, but he ain't going to do with Jay Wilson, but he going to go back and forth with you for 2 months. Tracy and Jay Wilson been going back and forth for 2 damn months. He ain't doing all that. So that's what she thought was about to happen. Yeah, you're right. She got her feelings hurt because that ain't about to go down. Oh, but that's, yeah. Yes, I mean, she went to the judge and was just like, went to the judge and asked for her money back. The judge was like, no, ma'am. Oh, you don't get the bail money back, Ebony? I thought you did. Okay, I didn't know that. See, thank God I've never bailed nobody out of jail, so I didn't know that that's how it worked. But I thought that the bail was to secure them coming to court, and if they came to court, I thought you got your money back. I didn't know. Huh. Oh, well, then I ain't never putting up bail for nobody. I be down. So Z says she has to wait. Hey, Regina. Hey, Boo. Hey, David. Jay, is that Jay Bodine? Bodine? What's up? Who? Jay Wilson and Tracy? You think they're... Let me tell you something. I thought it was fake at first. I'm not going to lie. I said, because... not that I believe nothing that come out of Wiley's mouth, but it made sense when he said it. He was like, they beefing for dollars, and then they gonna make up in San Antonio at the Labor Day event and make a big event about it. It'll be, a big thing on YouTube. And when he said it, I said, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea, and that's actually not a far-fetched theory. And at first, I thought they were kind of just playing, but then Tracy started doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Like then certain lines were crossed, and I was like, I don't know about this one. Hey, Queen Lady T. No, she didn't pay the whole bail amount. His bail was $1 million, Ebony. She just paid the $100,000 to secure it or whatever. I guess that's what it's called. The bail, remember, his bail was like $1 million, and she paid the 10%. Child, she wish she could play. She always speaking about Spiller Boy's clothes when he dresses up. I think she's just jealous and looks better, honestly. Child, she wish she could play in Milan's closet. Child. If she bonded him out, then no, she doesn't get it back. She paid the whole bail amount. she has to wait till everything is done. Okay, so if she had put up the whole $1 million, then she would get it back once everything was complete. But because she only paid the 10% and went to a bondsman, she doesn't get her money back. Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna let y'all know now. Don't nobody ask me to bail them out of jail. The answer is no. The answer is no. It won't be happening. Sorry. Won't be happening. I need my coins. Yeah, no. Okay. J. Bodine said correct. Okay. See, I don't know. I mean, I knew that there was a bond system and all that kind of stuff, but I honestly didn't understand the ins and outs of how it worked. I thought you got it back when a person showed up for court. I did. I didn't know that I thought that they made money like off of interest or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know how I thought they made money. I guess that makes sense because that's how they make their money. I don't know why. I don't know how I thought they made money. But that makes sense though. That makes sense that that's how they make their money. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm not gonna come back to that. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. I saw I don't know if you guys saw a few months back, BET did a series. I forgot what the series was called, but it was like a series of social issues, and they were like focused on a social issue. And one of the episodes was on the bail bond system and how unjust the bail bond system is, and how, and you know, they focused on Missouri, the area where Michael Brown was killed. They focused in that area, and they were talking about how people can't make bail. They go to work camps, and they have to work in these work camps while they are awaiting their trial. And you know, for me, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, for the serial killers of the world, I understand we are all innocent until proven guilty, but sometimes you just know people guilty. And so I understand that there has to be some mechanism of keeping the world safe, I guess. But at the same time, if this is a system of innocent until proven guilty, why do people have to sit in jail for months and months and months at a time, never having been convicted of anything, losing their job, losing their home? They had this one lady on there who, she was a nurse. She was a registered nurse, like Sassy. She was a registered nurse, and she had, and listen to what she was guilty of. She had lost her job, and she had taken too much money from unemployment. And so the state pressed charges against her. She ended up with a felony, had to go to jail for like 3 months, 6 months. Like, it wasn't even that long. She had to go to jail. Lost her nursing license, lost her kids temporarily, lost her home. So now she gets out of jail, but she sat in jail for like 6 months before she even went to trial. And then I want to say she probably got time served. But in the interim of this whole process, she lost everything. She lost everything. And now she's a convicted felon. And I'm like, damn, just because you took too much money from unemployment? God dang. I mean, I thought it just made you pay it back. I didn't know they pressed charges and sent you to jail. God darn. Okay, hold on. Let me see this. If your bond is over 100 million, so sorry, you got to stay in. Hell, if your bond is over $100, Abby said, I want to play in Milan's closet. Child, quiet as kept. Me too. Jay Wilson usually would tell you when he is beefing for dollars, and I agree. Tracy started doing and saying way too much. Yeah. That's why I said at first I was like, I could kind of see that. You know, they were having this whole Labor Day event, and both of them were going to the event. You know, at first I was like, maybe. But then it got to be too much, and I was like, nah. Is that your final answer? That's my final answer. Like who, Regina? Regina, I don't know. You know, my brain, I done jumped 2 or 3 subjects. I don't know what you're talking about, baby. Oh, we talking about the lady who bailed R. Kelly out of jail wants her money back because she's saying that now he's being indicted on these other charges, that she wants her money back. And the judge was like, Yeah, Shay, I didn't understand it either. I didn't understand what she did. Well, I know that if you get a job, but unemployment is still sending you checks, like the onus is on you to let them know, look, I got a job. You know what I mean? So they send you, I think they give you one check. After you've gotten a job, I think you can get one check to kind of fill in that gap, that 2-week window. But after that, you are not supposed to collect any money. And I do know people who got checks after they found a job, and they either just had to pay the money back. Like my cousin, we were talking about this weekend at my cousin's at my aunt's birthday party. She was like, she said that she did that she, you know, got more money than she was supposed to get. And that was like 10 years ago. She said, they ain't never come after me. Nothing happened. So that's what I'm saying. Like in certain places, and I'm not saying she right. I'm just saying this woman went to jail over it and lost everything. And I believe the story because she was on the show, and I'm sure they would have vetted her story to make sure that's what she really was convicted. I mean, she was convicted of fraud. Like that was what she was convicted of. But the circumstances, because she said the father of her children wasn't paying child support. She had lost her job. Like, you know, times was hard, honey. So now I say, okay, so now you done let her out of jail, but you taking her nursing license. That was her way of making money. And I understand maybe suspending it, but damn. Hey, little baby. Hey, Rochelle. That's what I didn't understand either. I was like, why they don't just take it out of her income taxes? Like, because that's what my other cousin was saying. That because he just went back to work. It's funny, he's an attorney, but he lost his job and he just went back to work. And he said that he, you know, got more money than he was supposed to. But he was like, they'll just get it in my taxes. Like, I'm not tripping. He was like, I'm not tripping. They'll take it out of my taxes. So like, I ain't never heard of it, but you know, hey Jaden, hey boo. Okay, you can receive unemployment up until your first check. Okay, I knew you could get it to a certain point after you were working, but after that, of course she was Black, Dom, and you know she was Black. Well, this whole series was about certain things. Like they did voter suppression. They did an episode on voter suppression. They did an episode on the bond system. They did an episode on the lead paint in Baltimore. They did an episode on... I want to say they did an episode on youth detention centers or something like that. They did an episode on... I can't remember what the topic was per se, but I know it was focusing on Los Angeles city schools. That's where the majority of their footage was from. And they were talking about, the children were talking about the metal detectors in schools, and I honestly can't remember what the topic was, but I know that they had this young lady on there, and she spoke before the city council, and the city council was being rude and shut her down. And they were talking about the metal detectors in schools and something else, because she had an incident with the resource officer at her school. She had some hand sanitizer, and he was accusing her of using it to get high, some shit. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, I figured that, lady T. Yeah, all the state unemployment laws are different. Yeah, I figured that's one of those state by state things. Hey, Quintessential, how you doing, babe? The only way that makes sense to me is that her income was set up 1099, not W-2, because government knows about your income as soon as your employer reports it as an employee. Yeah, again, they didn't get into all of those specifics, but they just gave us a synopsis of the fact that they brought her up on fraud, and like she's a felon now. Like she's a convicted felon now, but she's working with some grassroots organizations down in that area to try to get rid of the bail system. And I was like, I said I wanted to look into some organizations in my area, because that's something I could get behind. That's something I definitely could, because I think the bail system is so unfair. I think it is so ridiculous unfair. Yeah. Well, I know too. Some people will stay on unemployment for a long time. I like that. Allegedly. Hi. Hey, JJ from the BK. What I want to say, because I don't want to tell your business. What I want to say. My protector and server. I don't know. I don't want to tell your business. Okay, I think I said too much anyway. Hey, BK from JJ from the BK. Yeah, honey. So yeah. I said I wanted to maybe work with that because I think that's definitely something I could get behind because I just think that is so Sister in Blue. That's it. There you go. It was good. It was one of those like things you dated. I loved yours too. You inspired me, boo. Jaded. Shout out to Jaded Nerd for inspiring me to go to Subway today and get my dinner. Shout out. Wasn't he so polite to me? The young man that made my sandwich was so polite. Yeah, it is crazy. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was one of those like limited series where it was only like 6 or 7 episodes. And what happened was those who follow me know a couple of months back, they came and upgraded my equipment, my cable equipment. So they bought me a new DVR. So I was trying to hurry up and watch everything that was in my DVR. And it was one of those things I had taped it when it came on and it had just sat in my DVR for probably about 6 months. So I can't even tell you how long ago it was that it came on. I remember seeing the advertisement for it and I put it in my DVR to tape and it taped. And I just kind of would watch an episode when I was in the mood, to be depressed, I guess. I never did watch the one on lead paint. I sort of skimmed through the one on lead paint in Baltimore. I kind of know that story already because I work in this area. And when I worked at the jail, we worked with a lot of the kids that came through there were victims of the lead paint in those housing projects. Child, you know what? That's a good idea, Shay. I wish I had thought about that. I would have made a video about that today, that we're going to do a Subway challenge. That was a good idea. That would have been a good idea, Shay, to do the Subway challenge. That everybody go to Subway and see what kind of service they get. That would have been, oh my gosh, that would have been a great idea for a challenge. I didn't even think about it. I wish I had thought about it. Oh my gosh. There you go, Regina. That's right. I'm going to see Hustlers this weekend. I'm not trying to. Saturday is the block party for my neighborhood. And Sunday, I said I might go watch some football. Try to catch up with Jaded Nerd. I do want to see. Friday I can't because it's my nephew's birthday and we're going to go to my mama's house. He turning 2. That my boo. That my poo thing. Oh, you did put the challenge? Okay. All right. So then my video is already done. Jade is doing the challenge. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Shay. That's my Subway challenge. Really? My Subway ain't never got no daggone line. But probably because when I do go, I go right after work and I get off work before most people. So I very seldom stand in the line you saw it with nobody. You saw I walk right in today. Yeah, my neighborhood, they do. Well, it's really my old neighborhood. It's where I grew up. They do a block party every year. And a lot of us come back. Like my parents still live in the house I grew up in. So I'm still around there all the time. But a lot of us go back, we see each other, to start it off, keep in touch kind of thing, bring the kids kind of thing. I'll probably take my nephew. That's what I might do. Do they sell season passes? Woo, Dami, I don't know if they did though, girl. I'd be the first one in line for one of them tickets, baby. Abby, I think I might do the same thing. I might get up because first of all, the matinee, the early morning show is cheap anyway. Then I could catch the movie first thing Saturday morning, go get my nephew, go to the block party, take him home, and my butt can still be home by 6, 7 o'clock Saturday night. Hey. I did, Regina. I did one, and Jada Nerd did one. A video of us going to the Subway today, showing people how you go to Subway and get a sandwich without, being disrespectful. Without being disrespectful. Let me see here. I think it's awesome to still have parents in the same family home after you're grown. Yeah, my parents ain't going nowhere. My parents are not going anywhere. You hear me? They can talk about it all they want. They ain't going nowhere. They've talked about leaving. They ain't going nowhere. Honey, Nicole Tyler. You got to go back and watch the Nicole Tyler video, honey. You wanted me to get my... You know what's funny? I thought about it after he did it. Because as you can see, I don't get that much stuff put on my sandwich. So I don't need nobody to press my sandwich down. But I thought about it after the fact. I said, dang, I forgot to ask him to press my sandwich down. I forgot about it. Because I'm a plain Jane. My sandwich don't be having that much on it. But like Jaden Nerd brought up a good point in his live last night when he was sort of ranting about it. And he was like, people like that, they go and they get all this extra-ish added onto their sandwich that they don't even use at home. Like you stood behind people in line at the Subway before. And what cracks me up are the people that get the 6-inch one and then they want to put every damn thing on the line. They want tomatoes, they want lettuce, they want pickles, they want cucumbers, they want spinach, they want mustard, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar. You be like, you only got a 6-inch, right? Where you think all that shit going? Honey. I have to be standing behind them like this. They want green peppers, they want onions, they want banana peppers. I'm like, what the hell you getting on your sandwich? That's what you do, Shauna. I'm sorry. Am I stepping on your toes? Ebony, what she was saying was that he was pushing, because she had so much stuff on her sandwich that he was like patting it down with the knife. And she wanted him to use his hands and push it all the way down, because she said if not, then I had olives on mine. But if not, when she goes home and she opens it up, then it's just going to go everywhere because there's so much stuff on her sandwich. Okay, but is it the end of the world, though? And like I was saying, I'm pretty sure I know how that whole sandwich went. Heavy lettuce, heavy red onion, mayo, light spicy mustard. Oh, you don't do all that. You don't do all that. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. And because she said, if you listen to her ranting, you can hear what she did. She said she kept asking him, and she asked him 4 or 5 times. And I'm sure that every time she asked, she got a little more belligerent, a little more belligerent, a little more belligerent. Hold on, y'all got to turn my air down. It's too cold in here. Good Lord. Whew, Lordy. Cutting fours, extra black olives. I'm good to go. I'm just saying, hey, Satin. Yeah, we all because the purpose of a sandwich is to get what you like. So if you want 5,000 things on your sandwich, okay, that's fine. But again, understand that means it's going to probably be a mess. It's going to probably be a big old messy sandwich. Like, you might as well just cut it up and make it a salad. Like, when you get all that stuff added to it, you might as well just turn that thing into a salad. JJ, I hate ghetto rude people, period. I get that added part that you put on there. But again, you don't have to be rude to people to get your point across. I hate to see when people are rude to waiters and waitresses. I hate to see when people are rude, when you're just anybody that's in customer service. Because again, been there, done that. I've never worked in food customer service, but I told y'all I've been a cashier at a couple of places. I worked at a shoe store when I was in college. I worked at Lane Bryant. And one time I was working at Lane Bryant and that baby superstore at the same damn time and in school. So, we've done those things. You know what I'm saying? And to be on the other side of it. All right, Jaded Nerd. Okay, Jaded, I'm going to share it on my page when I get off of here. But you guys, so the Subway Gate 19 challenge is live. Go over, after we finish this live, y'all go over to Jaded Nerd and y'all check him out. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to Jaded Nerd. Check out that video and then post your Subway challenge videos. I guess that's what it is. I haven't looked at it yet. That's funny, Jaded. I love it. Miss Queen, you like all that stuff on yours too? Exactly, Jaded. Like you can really tell a lot about somebody's character by the way they feel entitled. That level, when people have that air of entitlement, it takes it to a whole nother level for me. You'll be sitting there like, oh, okay, you really think so? What? Don't you hate when you text somebody and it take them so long to text you back, you forgot what the hell you said to them? A friend of mine just texted me back and said, damn. I don't even know what he said damn about. But you know how you just get the alerts on your phone? So I'm just seeing the alert and I'm just like, ooh. So now I gotta go in and see what the hell I texted him. Okay, well, Jada, you already have my video, boo. You have my permission to share it on your page. You already got my video. I respect all food customer service workers. Exactly. And my sister is a chef. She went to culinary school. She's an actual chef, right? And when you go to restaurants, and my sister works at pretty high-end restaurants, right? So if you there's certain things, if you send it back, the chef has to come out to talk to you. A steak is one of them. If you send a steak back, you go to and it might not even be high-end restaurant, but I know at the restaurants where my sister works, because she's worked at a few, but they're all high-end restaurants that my sister works at. That like if you send a steak back, the chef has to come out. So she was telling about this one lady one time, real belligerent. I mean, she was belligerent. Sent her steak back, and it got to the point where, they had already used like 3 steaks. She kept sending them back and kept sending them back. Finally, it got so bad that my sister was like, look, I'm really, I'm not sure what you want. You say you want it, like however she was, or let's say she was ordering it medium rare. And medium rare is a little bit of pink. But it got to the point where she really wanted it raw. But she was saying medium rare instead of saying rare. And I mean, it was so ridiculous. My sister said that they wasted, and it's not like they can serve that steak to anybody else. And when it's a good piece of beef, you're wasting, $30, $40 every time you cook a steak that somebody sends back for whatever reason. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Exactly. Child, Miss Queenie, I don't even want to talk about it because that's the kind of stuff I don't even want to think about. I don't even want to think about anybody doing something to my food. I'm sure that in all my years of going to restaurants and all my years of eating out, I'm sure that I may have ingested something that I shouldn't have ingested. But you know what? I didn't die. But I certainly don't want to think about what people do or don't do behind that counter. Oh my God. You got cussed out for just saying your greeting. Hold on. I got to see what you're talking about now. Hold on. Exactly. People got in there to act up. I understand the employee has an attitude to match your energy, not popping off at normal service. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I told you about that time that lady threw her money at me, and I threw her change back at her. So I mean, that was probably unnecessary, but she had to throw her damn money at me either. Exactly. And I understand the temptation, but doing it, that's another conversation. Regina said, I can show you the Subway wrapper bag. That's all we have left. And we won't be back until next week. I mostly cook for the last 2 days every week. I know that's right. A challenge. I get it, boo. I understand. I had some leftover spaghetti. And that's another reason, because I was going to pick up something to eat. I'd already been debating about what I was going to eat for dinner, because I had some leftover spaghetti from the other day. I mean, like the meat sauce from the other day, but I didn't have any more spaghetti noodles. So I said, well, I could stop at the grocery store, pick up some spaghetti noodles and maybe a few odds and ends, or pick up something on the way home. So when I saw Jada do his live, I said, yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get me a sandwich. Give me a sandwich. Oh, yeah, let me tell you something. That's the quickest way to not have a second date. You act the fool at a restaurant or just friends. I had a friend one time, love her dearly. I had a friend one time, she acted a damn fool at a restaurant. And then they had the nerve to get mad at me because I wasn't as mad as she was. And I was like, what? I was like, you acting a fool and I'm supposed to defend you? No, you acting a fool. I'm just going to sit here and eat my damn dinner. Who, Nicole Tyler live again? Child. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all, real quick, because y'all know we do an hour and it's already been 50 minutes. It's a script and they are graded on which affects them getting bonuses or raises. Just let them get it out. Oh, you talking about when people call your house? Hey, Lady Snoop, hit the roof, boo, hit the roof. You talking about when people call your house and they got to go through their scripts or whatever. Is that what you talking about, Ebony? Honey, we had a call center. I went to college in Greensboro. That's a college town because you got like 4 colleges right there in Greensboro. You have A&T, UNCG, Bennett, and UNCG, Bennett. Is it Greensboro College? And then, you have the community college. And they had a call center, honey. And, everybody worked at the call center. All the college students worked at the call center because it was actually pretty decent money. But, y'all, I lasted a week. I got me one little half a paycheck from there. I couldn't do that mess. I just couldn't sit somewhere for 5 or 6 hours calling people, asking them a bunch of damn questions and doing surveys and stuff. I just couldn't do it. People hanging up on you, people cussing you out. I just couldn't stick with it. And one of my girls in my dorm, she went from working there to being a supervisor in like 3 months. And I'm thinking, how the hell she become a supervisor? Once I started working there, I understood. Hell, don't nobody last that long. If you last longer than 3 months, you get promoted. The hell? Guilford College, that's it. Queen Stars, where you live, girl? Child, I don't know what Nicole Tyler is, honey. Oh, you worked for Time Warner Cable. Honey, child, Lady Snoop, that's all I could give them, Lady Snoop. See, I know, I see it, Jada. We about to get off here because, I don't do but an hour anyway. I got to go get part 2 of what she talking about. But, yes, Lady Snoop, I couldn't do it. I worked there. When I was in college, the place where a lot of college students worked, the call center, Sears, and UPS. UPS was another company. They paid well, but they worked you. But my friends who could stick it out and work at UPS, honey, they made some good money. And a couple of them made careers out of it. Like after they graduated, they moved up, they became regional directors and stuff like that. And they made some money now. I ain't gonna front on UPS, but it's hard work. Like it is nothing easy. Oh, you down in the dirt of the ham? Okay, boo. I'm in Durham all the time. I was at Duke. I was at a program at Duke last summer for a month. And one of my best friends lives in Durham. Another one of my really good friends lived in Raleigh. And of course, I lived in Greensboro for 6 years. So I got friends all through there. My godson lives in Charlotte. So I'm down there all the time. Well, I say all the time, but like I'll be down there for homecoming. Hey, girl, hey. I have no idea. I was so offended. What were you offended by, Cola? See, I be missing stuff. Yes, Lady Snoop, that hard labor. Let me tell you something. That thing ain't no joke. Hey, Lady V. Yeah, that thing ain't no joke. She got her gray hair back. Oh, Lord. She's singing. I'm not going over there to listen to her sing no damn karaoke. Child, they called you a phone. What the hell is a phone hoe? Child. What the hell is a phone hoe? Believe me, I'm never rude to the greeter, and I know the people that have to, they got to do what they have to do. Ding dong, welcome to CC's. Let me tell y'all something. Now, when I worked at Nations Bank. It was called Nations Bank then. It's Bank of America now. But I worked at Nations Bank. That was another place a lot of people worked right after college. It was like after I graduated from college, I worked at the bank, and I was looking around like, damn, We all just graduated together. This is what we working now? Okay. But I worked in car collection. So I was the person that called you when you got behind on your car note and, basically was like, when you going to pay your car note or I'm coming to get it, I was that person. Honey, one time I called somebody and they were like 2 months behind on their car. At 2 months behind, we coming to get your car. At least when I worked there. If you haven't made any type of payment arrangement or whatever, we coming to get, we know where you are, we coming to get your car. And I called one time, this lady answered the phone. And I was one of those, I'm not going to lie, I was one of those rude people because I got to get you on the phone because by law, I cannot talk to anybody else about your car note. It doesn't matter if it's your husband, boyfriend, mama, sister, cousin. It doesn't matter. If their name is not on that loan, I cannot talk to them about this bill. Even if I know it's your husband, I cannot talk to them about your bill unless you've given me permission to. So I called this one lady and I want to say either a lady answered the phone. No, it was the guy that answered the phone. It was the guy that answered the phone. And I was like, hello, may I speak to Ebony? And she said, he said, I don't want to, I don't want to blend the phone conversation. Anyway, one time I called, I don't remember all but one time I called and I can't remember if we had a back and forth first, but all I know was she put that phone down and she was getting the old boy on the phone and she was like, some nigga on the phone. So when they got on the phone, they were, irritated, whatever. Hello, who's this? I said, this the nigga that's coming to pick up your car. Ooh, I said that thing up for repossession that night, honey. I said that thing right up to repossession because we didn't repossess. We just sent it to the repo department and they had to finalize it and try to do one last phone call and all that. I sent that thing up to repo that night. I said, yeah, I'll be a nigga. Yes, somebody super chatted her $1 yesterday. I fell out. Honey, I fell out. Whoo. Not please bring James. I'm just saying, Satin, where you live, girl? All these North Carolina folk, where you live? Because they merged. When I first started working at Nations Bank was buying up all these smaller banks in the area. Nations Bank is out of Florida, I want to say. Either Florida. It wasn't out of Charlotte at the time. I know they have a big building in Charlotte now, but the original bank, I want to say, was out of Florida. Excuse me. And they started buying up all these smaller banks, and then Bank of America bought them. So it was just like all these mergers because Bank of America was out on the West Coast and they bought Nations Bank. I was there when they merged. I was there when I still have a keychain when I worked there. I still have a Nations Bank keychain. What? Because I ought to be ashamed of what? Repossessing that man's car? He called me a nigga. He was 2 months behind on his car note. So, I mean, if he had paid his car note, we would have never had the conversation. I'll be a nigga. Why you catching the bus? Yep, Florida. Thanks, L. Teddy. Jacksonville, Florida. Yep. And then they started buying up a lot of like smaller banks in the area on the East Coast. They were buying up a lot of smaller banks on the East Coast, and then Bank of America bought them up. Bank of America sounds better. Yeah. So yeah, it was Nations Bank, and like I said, while I was there, it merged into Bank of America. Hey, Jacqueline, you just peeking through. I know you at work, girl. The video title, Bridget, I got the receipts, is crazy. Bridget, this beach is beach. Huh? I can't understand. Oh, it's on YouTube called Bridget, I got the receipts. Hey, Carolyn Alexander, you missed the whole live. We about to get off here in a few minutes. We ain't even talked about Greenleaf or Power, but as normal, we got off on something else. Where you from, Satin? Did I miss it? Where you from, boo? You said next time out, and you said bring James with me, child. James ain't taking a road trip that I might be able to get him to go. I don't know. These people in their receipts. Shout, everybody got a receipt for the receipt of the receipt. This is what I want people to do. And I'm not about to have no whole long conversation about it. But this was what I want everybody on YouTube to do. if they don't already know, that's what I need everybody to know. Yeah, it was a fun distraction. Yeah, because I would much rather be laughing about somebody acting a fool in Subway than some of this other mess that's going on. I do have thick hair, Regina. Very thick. Yes, ma'am. It is. There was a Nations Bank on Franklin and Chapel Hill. They had a call center, like I said, right outside of Greensboro. Oh, Ask James. Okay. Right outside of Greensboro, near the airport, was where I used to work. The Nations Bank I used to work. And then there was a what bank was that? Not Wachovia. Oh shoot. What bank was it? Shit. Because I worked there for a little while too. After I left Nations Bank, I worked there. Oh, what was the name of that bank? I'm not going to remember now. It was Nations Bank, Wachovia. First Union was another bank. When I first got to Greensboro, it was the First Union. I forgot who bought up First Union. But it was another bank. Damn. Anyway, I worked for them for a little while. Bridget. Who the hell is Bridget? Hey, Brianna. Was it CCMB? I don't think it was CCMB. Damn it. I have to remember. Yeah, who is Bridget? I don't know who Bridget is. Sovereign. Y'all, I'm mad at myself. I'm not until I remember, because I worked there for a little while. And then I transferred to the one up here, and I was driving all the way out to damn Tyson's Corner. They had a building in Tyson's Corner, and I worked in the credit card department at Tyson's Corner. And then I just couldn't make that drive anymore, and I left. What? Damn it! What is the name of it? Because down in Greensboro we did car collections, but then when I transferred up here, it was the credit card department. Anyway. You want me a piece? No, I wasn't. Oh, Citizens. My parents had an account at Citizens Bank back in the day. Citizens Bank of Maryland, conveniently yours. I remember that commercial. That was their little jingle. She did, Shauna. She did. She got it straight. As far as I know, she did. She can't really speak on a whole lot of it, like the details or whatever, but she said it, Y'all, no. Oh, why I can't remember the daggone name of this bank, but it's okay. I'm because if the more I sit here and try to remember, I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, Dukesha, thank you, baby. But I don't know no Bridget. I don't care about no Bridget. I don't. They have peach up here, Lady V. Don't they have peach? Chick-fil-A peach up here in DC. I think it's seasonal though. I don't think it's year round. But they do have the flavor up here. Columbia. No, it wasn't Columbia. Y'all, I remember it. Concord, North Carolina. Was it now? Might have been. Was it? It wasn't BB&T. Now my bank just merged with BB&T, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay with them or not. I got to do some research on BB&T. I'm with SunTrust, and SunTrust and BB&T merged, and I think BB&T is the majority. So I think that all the SunTrusts are going to become BB&Ts. Not Wells Fargo, child. Wells Fargo is who I got my mortgage with, child. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that's what I was going to say, though. I want everybody on YouTube to go to a mortgage class. I want everybody on YouTube to go to how to buy a house. And what that means and what that looks like and what a mortgage is and what refinancing is and what can and can't go on a deed. Like, I'm not getting too deep into that whole situation, but I really want people to be educated when they call themselves exposing somebody. I just need people to be a little educated. That's it. That's all. And I'm done. Yes. Can we get some financial literacy? Child, can we get some financial literacy? To be honest with you, if I end up leaving SunTrust, I'm probably going to go back to Bank of America. I closed my account with Bank of America they were still Nations Bank then. When I moved back to DC, I closed my account, and that's when I opened up my SunTrust account. Because at the time, a really good friend of mine, she was like a VP at SunTrust. So, I just went over to her bank. But she's been long gone from SunTrust. But I mean, I ain't had no reason to move my money. But now I may have to do it because I don't know how I feel about BB&T. But you know what, Dami? I have accounts at 2 credit unions, and one I have a really bad Navy Federal. I had a bad experience with Navy Federal. Kind of left a bad taste in my mouth with Navy Federal, and I know other people who've had some bad experiences with Navy Federal. So yeah, they say credit unions are the best, but credit unions are starting to get just like the regular banks for me. No, Abby, if you don't have any desire to buy a house, you don't have to take the class. But all I'm going to say is if you have no desire to buy a house, no, you don't have to take the class. Just don't speak on, not you, because I know you wouldn't. Just don't speak on other people's house situation. That's all I'm saying. Me, I'm from the DMV. Yeah, Lady V. And the thing is this, until I was buying a house, there was a lot I didn't know. And so I can understand people who speak on house buying and don't know what they're talking about. Right? Because it's a lot to take in. Hey, Coco Dupree. Yeah, I mean, and again, my experience is different from other people's experience, but I had a bad experience, and my cousin actually also had a bad experience, but everybody's different. You know what I mean? What we gonna talk about with football? Did y'all see El Teddy? He must have popped in and out. He probably running them streets right now. But did y'all see El Teddy's football reviews? His fantasy football picks Sunday. Jacqueline, want to talk about some football? Talk about my damn team being sorry as hell, honey. But I want some money this Sunday, so. Oh, you here? I thought you were out running them streets. Because most of them don't have a job, Dami. Most of these YouTube creators that got time like this, they don't have jobs. I ain't never seen a bigger pool of grown-ass adults who don't work in my life. And I'm not talking about people who have legitimate situations because everybody got a story. But there are some able-bodied people who ain't nothing wrong with them that sit up here on the U of the tube and don't do shit all day long. Now. See, Dami and El Teddy, y'all can have a conversation about that. How these players look. Yeah, go check out El Teddy's video from Sunday. He's gonna do it. He wants to do it as a series every Sunday before kickoff. Do his fantasy football picks. Yeah, Kansas City got y'all. New England. It wasn't no bigger ass whooping than New England put on Miami, honey. Thank you, Lady V, because this show gonna come in handy, honey. It was a good little piece of change. It ain't a lot of money because me and my friends, we do a FanDuel pool. So it ain't a whole lot of money because we don't do a whole lot of money. El Teddy, what's on your mind? What you doing today, boo? What you talking about? What's on your mind? I saw your Greenleaf review. You want to talk about Greenleaf for a little while before I get off of here? Or you busy? I know you probably just getting home from work. I'm not trying to start any mess, but you're aware that Mystery Van was going after you last night. I started to go off on him. Mystery Van, who, where, when, how? I mean, I know who Mystery Van is, but where was he going off on me? Where was he going? You're not too busy? Okay, I'm going to send you the link. We're going to talk a little bit of Greenleaf. Ebony, what you doing? Did you see Greenleaf already? You just got in the house, so you still in your shirt and tie looking all professional. You're not starting no stuff, boo. I know last night in Jaded Nerds chat, Mystery Van was getting a little out of pocket, and I know El Teddy checked him. He was coming for El Teddy, so then I checked him. So, and I know Jaded Nerd basically was like, we're not doing that in my chat, and El Teddy was respectful to what Jaded Nerd, and he left it alone. So if he went somewhere else into somebody else's chat talking shit, that's where it came from. I'm just wondering where he went. Like, because I didn't see any more in Jada Nerd's chat. I could be wrong, but I didn't see any more being said inside of Jada Nerd's chat. Y'all know I don't trip off that stuff. First of all, I ain't going after Mystery Van. I'm just curious. I won't be going after him. I ain't got nothing else to say. Him or her, whatever Mystery Van is. I don't know. Let me see what we're talking about here. Exactly. El Teddy is. Let me tell you something. El Teddy's lives are. He's so silly. Oh, when Tracy's child. Oh, that's right. I forgot, Abby. You still at work. I forgot. All right, El Teddy. Well, check your email, boo. You still got 20 minutes. Oh, boo. Okay. Well, you almost free. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for letting me know. But child, ain't nobody worried about Mystery Van. Mystery Van, he or she is just one of, Tracy's little lackeys that be all up under Tracy, and whatever she say or do is right and everybody else is wrong. So, Mystery Van had some shit to say about me when that whole thing went down a couple of months ago with Tracy. When Tracy apologized to me, he was in the chat talking shit about that. So, child, ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, boo? Exactly, Dommy. Thank you, Stephanie. I ain't even taking it no kind of way, boo. I appreciate you letting me know, but child, and I will go over there and look at the comments and read through the comments, but her lives be fucking 3 hours long, and I just got better things to do with my day. So it is what it is. I do that too, Miss Queenie. I do the same thing. I listen to the lives while I'm doing stuff. Like this morning, not this morning, but when I came home from work today, I was hanging up clothes and putting away laundry and stuff, and I was listening to QB's show from earlier today because I'm at work. I don't have time to look. I can't listen to it at work. So I will do stuff like that. And like I said, I would. There's a nosy side of me that would go in and see what Mystery Van was talking about, but. Not if I got to sit through Tracy's live to find out. I'm good. You see, he ain't over here in my chat. You see, he came over here, right? So he really, whatever it was that he said, he really didn't want me to know. Or she. I don't know if Mystery Van's a he or she. Here in Nevada, we have homeowner programs. Yeah, I know if you want to do a HUD home, you have to do, there are classes you have to go to for certain, to qualify for certain loans. I know that there are, classes you have to go to or whatever, but I just it's so many people on here that just don't understand the process of buying a house and child. Yeah, I do, Donnie. I do. I think that, with them buckling down on so many of the with the rules, the content rules and stuff like that, I do think that they're gonna start eliminating people. I do. Yeah, Jada, you did. And like I said, what happened was Mystery Van sort of got out of pocket first, and then El Teddy. El Teddy responded. And then Mystery Van responded, but no, it was cool. You shut it down and it was cool. And if Mystery Van felt, I'm coming, El Teddy. If Mystery Van felt the need to go into another chat and continue it, you were talking to yourself, dear. Oh, El Teddy got the Boys to Men Cooley High Harmony look tonight. Right? Woo! Boys to Men. Going on.
I know. I just got home, so I got on my shirt and tie.
It's long overdue, but now
I ain't paying you no mind. Mine. I got my raggedy hat on. I gotta figure out what hat I'm gonna wear tonight for my David Makes Man and my American Horror Story.
Oh, is that the premiere tonight at American Horror Story?
Yeah.
Somebody asked me if I was reviewing it. Let me be clear. No.
I am. I think I am. As of right now, I am. So we'll see.
Well, I'll watch your reviews because no. But I've never watched any of the American Horror Story seasons. I said I wanted to go back. I said I wanted to go back and get caught up, but then like in season 8 or 9 now, right? Like it's a lot to go back.
No, because each season really a lot of times stand alone. So some seasons do merge where you need to know, but you can watch a season and not have seen it before.
Jada Nerd called you skinny Wanye.
I'm not doing this with Jaded Nerd. I would take Sean Stockton because he was the cutest of them all. Dear God. Anyway, you go straight to shit, Jaded. You go straight to shit. Love you.
I'm sorry.
Paying Jaded Nerd no mind. Because Jaded Nerd let that troll come at our life last night.
I can't stop laughing. He called
So,
you skinny Wanye.
I gotta figure out.
Wanye was who I was gonna marry. I was gonna marry me some Wanye. Woo!
I gotta figure this out. So
over. We
I'm in a wedding, right? I'm in a wedding, and so I'm one of the groomsmen. One of my good friends is getting gay married, and the fact that I gotta say gay married. Anyway, he sent me an invitation, and clearly in the mail, the envelope came open, and I don't know what happened to my invitation. I mean, I guess I'll have to be invited if I'm in the wedding. What we talking about? What's going on?
Are you in the
wedding?
Okay, so look. All right, so look. This is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna watch it this season of American Horror Story. I'm not gonna review it though, but I'll watch it because slasher films. That was my childhood. Like I grew up on the Halloween, Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I grew up on all of those. Woo.
I got this. I'm mad that I can't see the chat because I know trifling ass Jaded got some shit to say over there. I ain't paying him no mind. That's
the season,
Regina,
that's the season that made me want to start watching. It was the season that Billy Porter was on here. That's the one that made me want to start watching it. But Miss Candy is on this season. Miss Candy.
So for all of my G part of the LGBTQIA community, I got my shipment today. Got my shipment today.
Look. I'm gonna need you to go sit there. Put that.
I've been on it since 2017. We don't play them games. Just so you know, take notes. All my boos that I flirt with, you don't got them problems over here.
Did you see? Okay, we're gonna talk about Greenleaf, but El Teddy, did you see? You see, Jada Nerd is doing the Subway challenge. So you gotta go to
Subway challenge.
You gotta go to Subway and videotape yourself ordering your sandwich or go live.
No, I'm not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We don't play them games. You ain't gonna get me sent to jail. I'm in the great state of Texas. Y'all have my ass fucking shot. I'll be somebody's hashtag.
You don't have to
be somebody's. I'm not gonna let y'all turn me into somebody's hashtag, okay? Nope. Y'all can do that in the greater DMV area, Chocolate City. My monkey ass will be in the goddamn jail. Not even in jail. They will shoot me up. Nope, we're not doing that. Not playing them games. Nope.
What? You don't hashtag
not gonna turn me into it. Now, while I will be having me a foot long later tonight.
L Teddy.
Now, if you want me to tape that, Jaded, I can tape that for you, Jaded, and I'll send that to you. I can tape that for you, Jaded, and I'll send that to you.
Yes, he is in Texas. Anyway, let's talk about daggone Greenleaf. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
You know, this esophagus can take 14 inches, so I'm good with a foot long. Hey y'all, in my Fisika Iman voice. Hey y'all, that's what Fisika Iman be saying.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
That's what Stephanie was telling me, that Mystery Van went over into her chat last night talking shit. after
Yeah.
Jada Nerd's live. I said, whatever. He ain't over here talking it today, so I ain't tripping.
Mystery Van better be glad that I respect my dog Jaded Nerd, and Jaded Nerd said keep it cute on his channel, and that's what I did. Because I was getting ready to go in on his monkey. I was getting ready to go all the way in. And Jaded must have saw I was about to go in.
Okay, L baby, little baby, I see you. You've been hanging around L Teddy too long.
What little baby said? You know I can't see the chat, dear God.
Ebony said 14 inches. My uterus immediately said no, ma'am. Anyway, we're getting off.
Abby, it's like a challenge. You need to know. Sometimes in life we need challenges. Like the Cosby Show episode when they were doing the tap dance, and he said challenge.
No,
I'm here for the challenge. Yes.
Anyway, so Greenleaf, I watched your review today, and so let's chat it up a little bit. Now, let's talk a little bit about Grace and the son. And I sort of went back and forth with that, because at first I was like, oh, he ain't here for nothing but, the money. He could care less, and I understood where you were coming from. You brought in your personal experience to it, and why, because I understand why he feels the way he feels. But then I did believe his story. I believed his story about breaking into houses just to eat, and that he doing 5 years, just because he was hungry. I believed it. You didn't seem to buy it too much.
I'm a pessimist at heart. So the pessimist in me I just like on David Makes Man, you did not believe the mother, you didn't believe Glow's story with I don't believe the story about sleeping I don't believe the story about sleeping in people's house to feed just I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I think he said that just to pull on her heartstrings and perhaps get her to give a few extra coins to him. Because if you've been doing that much sleeping on your own, stealing or whatever, you're a con artist. You, to a certain degree, got to be some kind of a con artist, and you know how to work your mouth and work your lip. Child, that came out wrong. But you have the gift of gab, and so that's how I feel. Now, I think if she does invite him to come over to her house, he's going to steal everything in that house. I'm just trying to tell you that. I want to see if Lady May is actually going to let this happen, because remember, Lady May don't even know he exists.
Yeah, okay, so we'll get there.
How is that going to work?
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, we're going to get there. Because I was saying the same thing. I was like, how you inviting him to Memphis and don't nobody even know he exists except for your daughter who ain't even speaking to you? Like, how that going to happen? How is that going to work?
And first of all, I'm glad you brought up Sophia. I'm not here for Sophia.
Me either.
No, I'm not here. And I'm not here for this new school brand of parenting where these parents, Charlie Bordelon and Grace Greenleafs of the world, just allow these kids to do and say whatever.
Let me tell you something. Look, my Jay Wilson voice. Can I say something? Look, let me say this. Sophia, you going to go to Hampton, but your ass will be walking. You'll be like Booker T. Washington. You'll be walking your ass to Hampton because you won't be driving the car that I bought. I'll tell you what won't happen now. You meeting your daddy at the airport, you better Uber, and he better be paying for it, because I done canceled your Uber account too. And I did the same thing with Charlie and with Micah. Let me tell you something. You don't want to go to Harvard. You want to go down here and go to Xavier. That's cool. I love it. HBCU all day long. But you better go on out here and you better go apply. You better go get you some Navient. You better go get you some student loans. And you better work that thing out the best way you can. And I wish you luck, bruh. I'll be there at graduation.
Right there. And so.
Exactly, Captivating Christian. He said that part. Exactly. Hey, Diva Labu.
I do not understand this 21st century parenting, I'm just saying that ain't my deal. Can we talk about,
hold on,
because this is what I really want to talk about. Can we talk about Lady May and the fact that and what this lady told her, because what happened?
No, I'm
Oh, okay.
here.
Because first of all, I side-eyed the lady. I don't even know the lady's name. I don't even know if we ever got the lady name. I side-eyed her because this whore had the audacity to say, "Oh, well, we thought the whole time that you knew this, that, and the third." Baby, that was like how many years ago? Okay.
No. See, now we disagree on this one. If
you felt that strongly, why are you still at this church? Why are you still patronizing Lady May at all Lady May's events? That, and the third.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I hear you. Here's my issue. My issue is a little different than what you're saying, but I'm gonna come back to what you're saying. My issue is this: I'm not crazy. I ain't crazy, and I even asked my chat, and they've been commenting today. Lady May did know. Grace told her. That's what that whole first season was. When Grace left, Grace knew what was going on with Faith and Mac. Grace and Oprah Winfrey's character, the auntie, who I guess she just ain't never coming back. But anyway, the auntie, Lady May did know. Lady May didn't want to believe it. Lady May didn't want to accept it. Lady May did know. So don't get indignant and don't get all in your feelings because people don't believe that you didn't know. Now, to what you were saying, to your point, what you were saying, I hear what you're saying, that if people actually believed that she knew all of those years, because remember, in Greenleaf, in our time, that was 3 years ago. In Greenleaf time, that's only been within the last 2 years. Remember, all that stuff came out about Mac after he died. Remember? And then it was that stuff with the church.
But my point is,
it's all been like one long, like 2-year window.
But my point is this:
they don't have enough money to bring Oprah back.
I mean, Oprah is executive producing.
I mean, she could do it
for her network. I mean,
all she doing is her damn self. But go ahead.
But I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't think to the degree that we're thinking at the time when it was happening, Lady May did not know to the degree in which we were thinking. And what I mean by that is this:
yeah, I don't think to the degree.
Even if I don't think Lady May knew when he was actually in the act of doing what he did to Faith. And even if Grace told or gave inklings to Lady May that he was doing things to Faith when Faith was still alive, I don't think that May believed her. Because maybe May did not have any concrete evidence. And remember, May went and confronted him. And remember, Mac vehemently denied. Mac had all of this circumstantial evidence that was supporting that he was not doing anything. That's her brother, for God's sake. Also, the other caveat that we have to add to this is, and I'm going to ask you this question, Really B, because this was brought up in my chat today. Lady May was abused. Lady May was molested by her dad,
right,
as well. So Lady May got all that going on. So do you think that if Lady May seriously knew that Mac was doing that to her daughter when it was happening, or that Mac was doing that to little girls when it was happening, do you think that Lady May would have just not said anything or did anything? Because I don't believe that she would have just turned a blind eye to that, which is why I'm saying at the time when it was happening, I don't feel like Lady May knew what was going on.
So a couple of things to that. Number one, I don't think she knew when it was happening, but I do think she knew. I don't think she knew about all of the girls at the church. No. And I don't think she knew that Mac was using her scholarship money to pay those girls off. No, that part, no. But do I think she knew about Faith? Absolutely, I do. And when Grace told her what was going on, do I think that she chose to not accept it or not believe it? Absolutely, I did. because, like you said, because he was her brother. So that's a whole nother set of issues. It's just like when it happens all the time when girls go to their mother and say, I'm being molested, Uncle so-and-so touched me, or stepdaddy touched me, and women choose their husbands or their uncles, their brothers or whatever over their children. Like, no, that ain't really happened. No, you didn't. No, it didn't. What you think happened didn't happen. Do I think Lady Mae knew that Mac did something to her daughter in the back of her mind? Yes, I do. Because Grace told her sister told her, she had been molested. She knew what the warning signs were. She knew what to look for. And the fact that Faith became a drug addict, the fact that Faith had these issues, yeah, in the back of her mind, I do. Now, do I think she allowed herself to believe it? Maybe not. But I think she knew. I absolutely think she knew. Yep, I do.
I have a couple questions too.
Okay, ask them.
And hopefully we get answers during this season. Where's Kevin? And the baby?
Kevin is with his new boo, living his best life. Kevin is
okay, but we can't see Kevin.
You just want to see Kevin for your own personal reasons. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with the story. We don't need Kevin. What we need Kevin for?
No, I do think we do need to have Kevin. You want to know why? Because Charity got a whole ass child. And this co-parenting thing with Kevin being with a new boo, that's actually a man. And then actually that is a storyline that I think needs to be investigated, because we know that Charity hasn't come to terms with that whole situation. Charity was forced to deal with. The last thing we know about Kevin is Kevin got her arrested. And they never really addressed the aftermath of the whole arresting.
Now that wasn't addressed. I agree with you. That wasn't addressed because the last
thing, like whole co-parenting that needs to be addressed.
And then we see that she had the baby back. I'm like, how that happened? How you got the baby? Y'all ain't go to court? Nothing.
So I have questions about that. Where the hell is Kevin? Where is Kevin?
Well, Jada Nerd threw the hashtag up, and where's
Kevin?
Well, I don't think we need Kevin. I feel like we dealt with that. I feel like the co-parenting piece of it, maybe not so much, but I feel like we dealt with the whole Kevin's gay, he's in a new relationship, get over it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like we dealt with that. Plus, I think she needs a friend, and he was the closest thing to a friend she ever had. Charity definitely needs a friend. Now, Charity does need a friend because Charity got some issues. And it's something deeper. And I don't know if it's just bad writing or if they're really going to bring us back around to it. But there is something deeper. Her hatred for Grace is deep. It's not just because Grace called the police on her last season. It's deeper than that. Because as a sister, I would be mad at my sister. But at the end of the day, I would understand why my sister did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would understand why my sister did it. There's a level of hate that Charity has for Grace that I don't think we've explored yet.
I have two more questions.
You got a lot of damn questions. Now go ahead.
My second question is, and I know we have an answer to this, but I don't believe the answer.
That's valid, Christian.
I don't believe the answer that they gave us. So
what's that?
I look at Grace and I look at Faith, both of which look very light-skinned. Okay? Now, and if I'm doing DNA, frequency of alleles in genetics and stuff like that, looking at Grace, she does not look like her mother is May and her father is Lionel. Grace looked like her mother is May and her father might be white.
So you want to play? Oops, sorry. So you playing the narrative that her father might be Bo, and that is name Bo. What's name?
Bob. I ain't saying her father might be Bob, but I'm just throwing a little monkey wrench in it, and it's just how I felt in David Makes Man when with Saren, and when I looked at the stepdad, I said it made sense that the stepdad couldn't have been his father, because if you look at Saren's features, that light-skinned as stepfather couldn't have been Saren's dad, and Saren's coming out, with that real kinky hair like that. Like I'm just doing frequency of alleles. and playing genetics here? And also, is Lionel Faith's dad? Because when we see those pictures of Faith, Faith look more like Grace. I'm just saying.
Well, let me say this. I don't know. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know. No, I'm fine. I don't know if that's just bad casting or if that's really deep. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's just bad casting or if that's really what they're going for. I will say this though. I think, you know who I think, you know how I think Bob is connected? I think Bob is the ex-husband's father. I think Bob is connected to, because remember, her ex-husband is white. I think Bob is connected to the ex-husband. And if you notice, they have talked about her ex-husband more in the last 3 episodes than they have since this show started. His name has come up in every single episode. Somehow or another, they've thrown his name in there somewhere. And I really think, I think he might be connected to the, I think so too, Cole. I think it's just bad casting. I don't think, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I think it's just bad casting. I think
it probably is because my brain just fixates on stuff like that. That's just how my brain works.
You are the father. Hey, Vovo.
You are the father. Come on now.
I honestly just, that's just I feel like Bob, there's something that Bob has about Grace. There's something that Bob is connected to Grace about. And Philip, I don't know if Phil knows the full extent, but Phil knows that Bob has some sort of obsession with Grace. He knows it. That's why he's so threatened by Grace. That's why you saw how worried he was when Grace was in Arizona, and he assumed, and I said, oh, that must be where Bob lives.
Well, see, I put it that Phil was so upset because Phil is afraid that Grace could take his status, because Phil wants to get higher within Hope and Harmony or whatnot, and I feel like he feels threatened by Grace.
True, but remember in the episode, when he found out that Grace was in Phoenix, he immediately called to find out if Grace had been visiting Bob, and then when Grace came home that night, Charity even threw it at her and was like, "Did you go see Bob?" And Grace, Grace was like, "Why would I do that?" She was like, "Well, you were in Phoenix." Because Grace wasn't even thinking. So I don't even know if Grace even made the connection that Bob is in Phoenix, because Charity threw it out there. Like, oh, wow, did you see, while you in Phoenix, did you see Bob? So Bob is in Phoenix or Arizona. Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona. Bob is in Phoenix. Now, what the connection is, I don't know. But I think the connection is to her husband.
Can I tell you how Charity, Carissa, and Zora all make me itch? I can't. I'm so.
You know what I got a problem
every time the 3 of them come on camera, like I immediately break out in hives. I'd be like, oh, Carissa, oh, she's just this. Go ahead and side eye me now, Really Be TV. Everybody just side eye me now, because I'm gonna take a moment to go in on Carissa. I've never liked her. She's never been an attractive woman.
I've never liked her.
I never liked her attitude. I never liked her sense of arrogance. I don't even like her look. I don't even like her fashion sense. I hate that short haircut she got. I hate those big beady eyes she got. I hate the fact that she's supposed to be the principal of the whole ass private school, but your monkey ass got all this other stuff that you worried about and got going on. I hate the fact that she can't even raise her kids right, but you so over here worried about, oh, why don't you do this? Oh, you all these other things, but you got a whole ass daughter out here being a whole ass whore that you can't seem to keep it in order. What about her little son? I mean, you can't keep your man in order. You can't keep your daughter in order. I know you can't be keeping that school in order, because your ass ain't never seemed to be at work to me. Because principals that I know, they don't got time to be worried about all that kind of stuff, because they be at work all the time and be worried about what's going on at work all the time. I'm just saying, it's just not making sense to me. Nope, not here for you, Carissa. Not here for you at all. Go ahead. Can they kill her off? Can I get her to fall down the stairs or something in the episode?
Well,
You
they
know?
haven't shown her at school since the first season when she was cheating on the damn standardized test.
Well, no, they showed her one time last season. Remember, the people came and they wanted her to change the test grades or something like that.
That's what I'm talking about. When and that's when Noah. That was the first season because that's when Noah. Because remember Noah's
No,
wife.
didn't they do that again last season? It was either last season or season before last. I think they did it again either last season or season before last.
Okay, maybe. I don't know, but I know we ain't seen her in a minute. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about Zora. If this is really only supposed to be 2-3 weeks after the season finale, that means Zora literally just got back home. She went through a whole lot. She dropped out of school. She was in an abusive relationship, ran away from home. You know, her parents kicked her out the house. I mean, a whole lot happened. She back home and they acting like everything is all hunky dory, peaches and cream. They don't have.
And then let her go live in the cabin. And then let her go live by herself in this cabin.
No therapy. They don't have that child, like nothing. I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what? Well, where they do that at?
Because here's what's happening. See, Carissa is this whole anthropomorphic being that is so self-centered and so narcissistic in everything that she thinks. Everything has to be about her. It's always her. Because she's letting Zora go out there and live behind the house in this cabin, doing only God knows what, because she doesn't want to address Zora and her issues. She doesn't want to address all that. She doesn't.
Right. Because my thing was, if my daughter literally had tanked her senior year in college, I mean, she didn't drop out of a high school, but she left early or something like that. Because she was actually enrolled in Spelman. So she did something to screw it up. But whatever she did, ran away from home, was living with this dude in an abusive relationship, went through everything that she went through last year. Do you really, truly think that there's any way in hell that I would let her live by herself? Because at this point, I'm not convinced that you really, really done with him. It's only been a couple of weeks. How do I know he's not going to come back around sweet talking you like he did before? Because it's not the first time that she claimed she was done with this dude. And then he came back around sweet talking her and saying all the right things. So, like, again, why are they not dealing with her issues right now? Zora is all pushing up on the basketball player. Yes, little baby. Thank you, little baby, for putting a hashtag on it. Thank you for putting a hashtag on it. We use big words over here.
Y'all are a whole mess. Oh man! I'm sorry, y'all. I don't be meaning to do it, but it's like it just rolls off the top. Wait a minute, y'all talk about me. It be Jaded Nerd that be using all of those big words. Y'all roll up in Jaded Nerd's live and see if he don't be using all of those multi-syllabic words. I might throw one or two in, but Jaded Nerd be going in with the vocabulary. Come on, diction. Come on now.
But yeah, that's my issue. I'm sitting here looking at Zora and they acting like, because again, now if they had done this is 3-4 months later, then I might give them a pass and be like, okay, well, it's been 4 months. Maybe she went to a couple of therapy sessions. But if this is really only supposed to be 2 weeks later after the season finale, she just brought her monkey ass back home from Atlanta. Okay. So one, I'm not convinced that you're really done with this dude because you done went back to him before. 2, we're going to get you some therapy because there's a reason why you allowed yourself, and when I say allowed, don't nobody jump on my neck when I say that, but you allowed yourself to be in this abusive relationship. You ran away from home. Me and you were having issues anyway. Like, remember, she basically told her parents to kiss her ass and rolled out. That's why she was living at the estate to begin with. Then you ran away from the estate. Like, we need to have some serious conversations. We need some group therapy. We need some family therapy. You need some single therapy, like for real. And you're right. The last place she need to be is living by her damn self in a cabin where can't nobody keep an eye on her crazy ass. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
But Carissa worried about all that. Worried about all of this other ancillary stuff. Just all of the other ancillary things she has going on. She's worried about. But she, come on now.
Read the comment, Jaded. I mean, Lord, I called you Jaded. El Teddy. Little baby throwing them back at you. Little baby throwing them.
I'm not doing this with you, little baby. I'm not doing.
Hey,
I'm
Ella.
not trying to do this. Okay, I'm not trying. It's part of who I am. I'm
Exactly,
an
Karen.
English teacher.
They went and got Ayala Van Zandt for charity. They could have brought Ayala Van Zandt back in a second time because she damn sure didn't fix charity's life.
Okay.
The hell?
Quiet as it's kept. Ayala Van Zandt don't be fixing nobody life, but that's a whole
Well,
different topic
hey,
for a
LaDonna.
whole other.
Well, we know that. We know she ain't
Yeah,
fixing nobody's damn life.
nobody's. Anyway, but yeah. So my other third question, I never even got to my third question. Lord, what is going on with Bishop? Like his character serves no purpose at this point. Like all of this. Oh, I'm just gonna be around, hanging around to give advice here or there. He serves no purpose at this point, none. And so I think they're gonna have to bring old girl back, Latoya Luckett's character back, so that he has a purpose this season. Because I don't know.
I think he is still dealing with one. He's still dealing with the loss of the church, even though he act like he was okay with giving it up because he was going to give it to May and all of that. He not. I mean, that's been all he's ever known. I mean, that's all he's ever wanted to be. That's all he's ever known. And he built that church from the ground up. I mean, he burnt it too, but that's another conversation. It's just, I think he's still dealing with that. He's still dealing with the fact that he was a stupid old man. You know what I mean? He was a stupid old man that he let Latoya Luckett come and take advantage of him the way she did. And then understand that he did have a heart attack. Like, he's still recovering. I do agree that his storyline is non-existent. Like, he really don't have nothing going on. But I think that part is going to pick up because what he's been trying to do is sit back and let May. He's really been trying to let May have what she wants, which is that church. And I think he's really trying his best to not make it look like he's trying to get the church back for himself. So I think he's playing second fiddle.
I think he's strategic with what he's doing with Lady May. He's letting her go out there. Oh, you want to go out there and swim in the river? Go ahead. I'll be right here to support you. I'll be right here. It's kind of like when you learn how to swim, they say they just throw you in the deep end. And they be like, oh, we're over here to save you. Because he knows she can't do that. He knows full well, Lady May, that's not her calling. That's not her calling to pastor. That is not her calling. He knows that. He sees it. And so he's like, oh, you want it? Okay, no problem. I will be your husband. He's also doing it because he wants to get back with Lady May. Because remember, he the one who filed for this whole ass divorce. Okay? Remember that. And so now he's lonely and he's remembering that you know, a geriatric, and the likelihood of you as a geriatric running up on somebody that's just going to snatch you up again, you know, and give you all that Lady May has to give you and what goes with that. And the other thing is, if he marries her again, he can get all of that money back that he had to give up to her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, but I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying about all of that. And I don't disagree. But I think that you're right. She can't do it because even though, and I also think that going back to the whole thing with Lady May and the other church member, and basically saying that Lady May throwing it out that they didn't believe the whole Max situation. But I also think part of it is they didn't want Lady May. They never wanted Lady May. They tolerated Lady May as first lady. They never wanted her as the head to run that church. They always wanted, they either wanted Bishop or they wanted somebody else. They were leaning towards Grace, but they were never leaning towards her. They never wanted her.
Can I tell you?
An excuse that they're using.
I'm gonna say this one thing, and then I'm not going left no more. I'm gonna say this one thing, and then I'm not gonna go left no more.
That's a lie, but go ahead.
Okay, so as much as I hate the person who I'm about to name,
oh Lord,
I feel like they need this person in casting. Okay, can they call Tyler Perry? Because Tyler Perry, as horrible as he is as a writer and director, sometimes he is great at casting Black male actors in any show. Why? Because they always fine. Tyler
I
Perry
knew
gonna
that's what
find
you
him
were
a
gonna
fine.
say. I
And
knew
so
that is what you were
Grace's
going to
son,
say.
AJ, that AJ is not the cutest thing. I'm just saying, he's just not the cutest thing in the world to me, that AJ. And I feel like they could have got somebody cuter
Well,
to
Noah
play.
ain't cute, so it's okay that Grace and Noah together
But
would make
no,
a good
but
baby.
Noah, when Noah was younger, was cute.
No, he
Because I
wasn't.
remember him from Noah's Ark.
I remember him from Noah's Ark too,
And
and I
he
didn't
was
think he
cute
was
on
attractive
Noah's Ark.
then.
He was cute on Noah's Ark. He was cute on
Well,
Noah's Ark.
I didn't find him attractive.
And so, but I mean, come on, can we get Tyler Perry to do some casting calls or something? Because
No.
y'all know Tyler Perry don't play around. Tyler
That's
Perry
what it
gonna have
is,
you
Ebony.
a
Ebony, that's
fine
what it is.
man.
El Teddy just trying to get some people on the
Even
cast.
the basketball player is very mediocre to be a basketball player. I expected the basketball player to come up in there and be like, pow, pow, pow. Yes, yes, yes. And I was just like, oh.
There's some ugly basketball
player.
players in the league.
There are, but you want me to watch your television program. And if you want me to watch your television show, I need you to have eye candy and things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like if I go to the store. Women and gay men tell me if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
if you
Mike
go to a store to buy something and your salesman is fine as hell, what you gonna do? You're gonna buy a couple extra things that you probably would not have bought just because he was fine. It's the same way with television. If you're giving me some good eye candy, I would be a little more excited about your television program. Just tell me what I know.
Yeah, Lamont Rucker is from DC. I mean, is from the Tyler Perry camp, and he is from DC. He actually went to high school with my girlfriend Rhonda, whose birthday is today. Rhonda's actually really good friends with his sister. He went to
I don't find Lamont Rucker attractive at all.
Excuse me, I'm going down my pedigree. The same school that Dave Chappelle and Michelle Cello went to as well. Now you can finish talking.
I don't find Lamont Rucker attractive at all. I don't. He's not attractive to me. Never been. He's never been attractive to me. I mean, Kevin is attractive. Aaron has moments if I catch Aaron in the right angle, Aaron is attractive. But I need more attractive men on this television show. I'm just telling you what I know.
Let me think for a second before I say this. Let me think real quick. Greenleaf. For the exception of Rick Fox, who I've been in love with since he was playing for the UNC Chapel Hill back in the day, ain't been too many fine men on this show.
Yeah, it ain't not on Greenleaf. They'll be. And so I think you do need to give me something.
It ain't really been a lot on Queen Sugar. Now, obviously, Robert from Cosby Show has always been a cutie to me. But now I find Hollywood sexy, but I find Hollywood sexy because of what Hollywood does and the character he plays. If I saw him walking down the street, I wouldn't give him.
No, to me, Benny is cute on Queen Sugar. Benny is cute.
Benny's an ass.
I'm talking about Benny, the one who worked for Ralph Angel.
LaDonna said we like brother and sister. We are in the house of Trey Joy. That is my brother.
Benny is the Donskill one that worked with Ralph Angel that they tried to take to jail. Remember? He's a cutie. Micah,
he's
in real life is a cutie.
No, he's not. Micah's funny looking. Micah's funny looking.
In real life, I like Micah's look in real life. He's like 25. But Micah's daddy, David, is not cute at all. And David got a little stuff.
Queen went to UNC because of Rick Fox. I ain't mad at you, boo. Child. I've been in love with Rick Fox since I saw him playing for Chapel Hill. Yes, ma'am.
I never was a Rick Fox fan. He never really did it for me. He was fun. Now Rick Fox is funny looking to me. I remember when he used to have all of the hair when he played for the Lakers. I used to call him Rick Fox the Mop because he had like this mop-like hair when he was married to Vanessa Williams. I never really saw it for Rick Fox like that, but y'all girls used to go up for him. I never really saw it for him.
Well, I did.
Dondre Whitfield is attractive.
Yeah, Dondre Whitfield. Yep. Okay. So, and because we're gonna wrap this up because it's almost it is 8:00 actually, and I gotta do my basketball wise. So I think I kind of hit the high. Okay. So last but not least, I think we kind of already hit this, but what you think really gonna go down when old boy come down to Memphis? I want to know how she's gonna tell the family that she got a baby.
I don't know how that's gonna go over.
Okay, Gerald Levert.
I think she's gonna try to move him in with her now that
You think she's gonna move him into the estate?
she gonna try.
Ooh,
She
lady,
gonna try.
man, up that shit.
Now, if she don't remember, she got a nice chunk of change, which is why I don't understand why she's still staying in her mama house if she got her own nice chunk of change. But that's a whole different story. I don't know why these grown behind people.
But that's just like with the apartment situation. You mean to tell me that with all that money you got in your back pocket, that one apartment complex that turned them down, y'all couldn't immediately go? I mean, like, I remember going apartment hunting, and I went to 4-5 apartment complexes in one day. I don't understand why they had to wait till the next day to keep looking. Like, did y'all wait until the end of the day when the building was closed, when the rental office was closed? Like, I don't understand. Why would it go?
And that's my point. So I'm saying, even if he can't move into the Greenleaf Estates, she can find him an apartment or a place back in Memphis.
American Horror Story comes on that.
Who? Oh yeah, American Horror. But David Makes Man comes on at 9 tonight,
exactly.
So I can watch both.
I gotta get off of here so I can, because I got boop boop boop. I got. Well, I'm not reviewing American Horror Story, but I have Real Housewives of Dallas.
So I don't know how you do it, really, BTV, because it'd be hard for me to just do one review a night. You talk about doing 2 or 3, and I don't know how Jay Lee does, because Jay Lee sometimes might do 4 or 5.
I don't know how Jay Lee. I don't know how she. And
I don't know how she be doing it.
I don't know.
And she still got I say, baby, Jay Lee, because Jay Lee be staying up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, and she put all hers. I'd be like, Jay Lee, I can't.
And she reviews way more shows than I do.
Way more shows. I just don't have the stamina or energy, baby. When I get home, I'll be tired.
Me too. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I love y'all, but I don't know if I can keep doing lives every day. I like doing the lives. That's why I've been doing them, because I enjoy doing them. But then I get behind on other stuff. So I don't know.
I'm giving y'all 1 day a week. Somebody in my chat asked me about my life. I say I try to do my Thursday. Thursday is my day, because I don't have no shows on Thursday.
Right. So tomorrow the lives will be over to El Teddy's place for the happy hour.
I think. Now watch this. My internet is good tonight. Watch my monkey ass. Come tomorrow. And Spectrum would have got me together again. Oh God, I'm gonna be so bad. Oh, I'm gonna be bad. But I think you should limit it to maybe 1 or 2 days a week. So maybe you say I'm gonna do Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Tuesday, or something like that.
I'm gonna figure it out. I like doing the lives though. I really like doing them, but I'm gonna figure it out. So, I know I'm gonna probably not be able to do them on Tuesday, so that's already a day, because I have a standing appointment on Tuesdays, so I'm probably not gonna be able to do Tuesdays.
We all know it's standing appointments. Do Jesus.
Why your mom will stay in the gutter? Yeah, I know, Ebony. But you know what, Ebony? Once you start, you're going to get the bug. I'm telling you, you're going to get the bug. Carolyn said she got her apple pie moonshine ready. Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, I still got some moonshine left, y'all. Am I taking a shot, or do I need to save this for tomorrow?
Save that for tomorrow. We're not taking no shots. Ain't nobody fooling with you, Teddy. All right, y'all. We get ready to get off of here. Thank y'all for riding with us. We've been on. Look, I don't do no 2-hour lives. We've been on here for 2 hours.
Oh, I'm good for a 2-hour live.
But El Teddy done came through, honey, and we did a good old Greenleaf recap. But y'all can go check out his live if you are not a subscriber. Y'all go on over to subscribe to El Teddy and catch Shondo. We got Ebony in the building. She couldn't join us because she just leaving work, honey. But Ebony reviews as well. She does her reviews. We had Jada Nerd in here earlier. Jada Nerd was trying to hurry up and get home so he could join the chat. I'm sorry, Jada. We had to shut it down, boo. But we got you next time. We got you next time, babe. And thank y'all, everybody who came through and hung with us. My usuals, my regulars, as always, were in the room. And I will catch y'all not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're gonna be having happy hour over to Teddy's place. He's gonna be pouring the shots over to Teddy's place. And probably not Friday, because Friday is my nephew's birthday. So I'm going to be hanging out with my baby boo. Well, maybe Saturday when I get home. Saturday, I may go live Saturday night. But you know, Teddy he does his Saturday morning chats with us with his coffee, honey. But so maybe Saturday night, because I have other things to do Saturday. Y'all know not Sunday, because I do football on Sunday. So yeah, so I'm done for the weekend. I'm probably done till Saturday. But I will see y'all tomorrow night over to Teddy's place.
We'll be there.
All right, let me see if there's any last minute. Okay. Somebody said they subscribing to you right now, El Teddy. Yeah. Oh, Jada did get back in here. He walking home now. Oh, I'm sorry, Jada. Yeah. We'll be doing shots tomorrow night over to Teddy's place for the happy hour for Thursday night.
We're gonna finish out the moonshine, the summer flavor, the moonshine.
Well, you can tell that's some good moonshine, because that thing ain't nothing but
that thing look like water.
Ain't nothing but clear. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.